everybody, my name is Emily Lynch and I'm the Pilates coordinator here at Craig Ranch Fitness and Spa. Today I'm here to tell you a little bit about our Pilates program at Craig Ranch Fitness. We have a full Pilates studio equipped with Pilates reformers, tower units, Pilates chairs. We have the ladder barrel, arc barrels, and all kinds of other things here. We're very fortunate. We also offer Pilates classes in an intimate setting with 5 people maximum, and we have duets, trios, and Pilates private sessions. With that being said, what is Pilates and what are the benefits, right? I know a lot of people don't really know what Pilates is. So for me, what I like to do is tell you a little bit about the history, because that's how you really get a sense of what our goals are within the program, within the class, whatever it is we're working on. So Joseph Pilates was actually a man. He was from Germany originally. He grew up doing gymnastics and boxing. So within the Pilates format, you will see some of the classical exercises have these flares to them where some of the movement comes and was inspired by some of those modalities. From there, he moved to the London area and was a personal trainer essentially for athletes and men at the time. And unfortunately, he was German, and this was prior to World War I, and so he was placed in an internment camp. But this is one of the most pivotal moments in his career. He was essentially stuck in this facility with all sorts of different people. A lot of them were injured from either war or just were wasting away sitting there. So he said, I'm not gonna let people just sit here and waste away. And he literally rigged hospital bed springs onto the hospital beds. And if someone had an amputated leg, he said, it's okay, we're still gonna work your core. You can still work and you'll get better because of this. And he had this strong belief that physical wellness and mental wellness created a great life for everybody. From there, this whole philosophy began to develop, and he called it contrology. So it was essentially the science of controlling your body, learning how to control your body. So with that being said, we have principles in the technique that we try to apply within every single exercise, and we have these goals long-term, not only just doing these exercises, but also applying these principles to our movement. So concentration, centering, breathing, control, right? Big things. We also want to have balanced muscle development. We want to learn how to relax properly so that we're not always tense. We want to be efficient movers and use rhythm and things like this. And also we want to be able to stretch out. And that's how we get our balanced muscle development, right? So with that, again being said, Joe moved back to Germany. He worked for the police academy in Hamburg, trained the policemen there. And unfortunately, or interestingly enough, Adolf Hitler found out about the work that he was doing and wanted to hire him to train the military, which is very interesting. With that, he fled the country because he already had a bad sense of what was going on, and he moved to America. He moved to New York City in the 30s, and he started training there dancers and gymnasts and circus performers. At the time here, that was a really big thing, and we didn't have physical therapy, so everybody in that community, if they had an injury, they were like, oh, you go to see Mr. Pilates. So they went to see Mr. Pilates, and from there, that's when he started to develop the equipment, the reformer that everybody knows, the chair. In New York, apartments are tiny, so he developed the chair for himself to be able to work out at his apartment. So there's lots of history ingrained. I know many people look in the Pilates studio and say, oh, it's super intimidating. The equipment looks like a torture device. Well, it's been around for over 100 years, so that's one layer to it. But what we're doing in there is really always to benefit you. So in terms of the benefits, it depends on what you're looking for. I always say, whatever you're looking for, you can find it in Pilates, because when you first walk in, you're going to meet whoever you're working with, one of our awesome instructors. We all have a very diverse background, but we all are here to help you achieve your goals, whatever those may be. So whether you're coming out of an injury, you're coming out of rehab from a PT, a physical therapy center, oftentimes they recommend Pilates as the next step in order to keep maintaining the strength, say, in your hips if you just got a hip replacement. So yes, if you just got a hip replacement and you've gone through your PT, Pilates is wonderful for that. If you have arthritis in your knees, Pilates is wonderful for that. If you're an athlete, you're a football player, you're in the NFL, Pilates is great for you because it's different than what you're already doing, and it can challenge your core and your mind in ways that you're not used to. So that's the other element, going back to those principles. When we're exercising in a Pilates class, we're thinking while we move, and we're trying to be mindful about our alignment. So that is one of the most powerful tools of Pilates. Yes, it's great for you to come in and work with us once a week or twice a week or however many times you want to, but it's what you take away from the class that's really empowering for you and changing your life and making you a better person in your own body, making you feel less pain or whatnot, right? So that's what we have to offer you with Pilates. We want you to come in, learn, and take that with you and feel better when you're moving and when you're in your everyday life. So I hope with that all being said, you learned something new, and I hope that you'll give Pilates a try and not be afraid of it, because really it is for everybody. So hope to see you soon in the studio.